all over India. Now, if you look at the stats for Madhya Pradesh, it is very low actually at the national level. And the stats which we see is like Madhya Pradesh is among the lowest producer of the startup students, basically. Now, right now, what I was thinking is कि अभी जो है जितने भी बच्चे हैं हमारे मध्य प्रदेश के यूथ जितने भी हैं दे आर मेजरली फोकसिंग इनटू फॉर गेटिंग अ बेटर प्लेसमेंट एक कंपनी में जॉब करना चाहें देयर मेजर फोकस इज ऑन गेटिंग देम रेडी फॉर द placement purposes, not for the job creators, but just for the job basically. Now we wanted to looking at the startup culture all over India, we wanted to give a little push to it so that the students develop this culture wherein they think, I mean, they have nothing to lose, especially the students who are in first year, second year, third year, they have nothing to lose. They can anytime have an idea in their mind and they need a little bit of push from our side and we will always be there to push them and our little guidance as well. So that was the idea which we thought, let us inculcate this feeling of, everybody, every individual can be a startup, can open their own startup. This is something which we were thinking. इसके लिए we have formed the incubation cell as well, wherein we are supporting students. And for the same purpose, we would need your help also, because the biggest question arises when somebody thinks of startup. The biggest question is, कि the पैसा कहाँ से आएगा? How would we start? Whether let it be an online startup, let it be a startup which requires a physical space, let it be any kind of startup. The first and the foremost question is, first, I mean, after the idea actually, but the student needs to develop their own idea. And if the idea is fruitful, they will have to next work about, the finances. And we at Vikrant, by this platform having Udaan by our end, we have planned, like, after the end of this Udaan session, the complete 8th session, we will be having a small competition of students as well, wherein we will encourage them to share their ideas. And the best idea would be something which we will be launching ourselves. We will be supporting students in launching. So I think Alpa ma'am, you will be the better person to guide students on the financial well-being and how do they start, how would be be getting the finances correctly, a correct financial status wherein they would be able to launch their and the kind of risk involved in the starting the startup. And I would not want to waste most of the time. So Bhavna, thank you very much. I think you can invite ma'am for this session. Thank you.
So here's the time to introduce most versatile, passionate lady, Miss Alpa Shah. She's an author, social entrepreneur, speaker. She has worked for more than 25 years in various corporate, including Tata and SBI Group. She has started her own venture, Empower Education, which Empower educates more than 2 lakh corporate employees. She has given so many women empowerment programs in various countries. She has authored a book, Every Woman Should Invest, which is published by CNBC. She has also a video series, Money Ki Baat Alpa Ke Saath. She has received many awards. Recently, Women Economic Forum Award 2020 she got. So it's an honor to invite you, ma'am, for this session. Hearty welcomes to you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear Bhavna, principal sir, the entire management, faculty, and Nitin sir for your kind words, and my very dear Mamta who has invited me here. I'm really, really feeling honored, and whenever I get an opportunity to empower the youth, I just jump in, I never refuse. And also women, I'm very, very passionate to empower on. First of all, my apology if in case I was late because I thought it's at 3 o'clock. So I'm really sorry. Maybe I was not knowing that I was supposed to enter here at say 2:45 or so. So I'm very happy that the topic which you all have choose today is startup, and as Nitin sir told, vitamin M is so important for the company, right? There are so many vitamins which is important for your healthy body. The same way, money is extremely an integral portion of your entire journey, not just your company, organization, but also your own personal life, How much ever talented you are, how much ever knowledgeable you are, how much ever you are superb in your own job or business, if you can't handle money, I don't think you will be a successful businessman or an entrepreneur, or even for that matter, a successful human being. Because finally, what matters is how happy you are, how stress free you are, how you are leading a very good life with the help of money, and how you're making others happy too. And trust me, somewhere or the other, finally, everything is connected with your health and your wealth. So if you can't look after these two things very well, life is going to be very, very challenging. So whenever you are eating vada pav or pizza, think 10 times how much ever young you are, because the habits which you will cultivate today will go forever in your life. And whenever you are spending 10 rupees of your hard earned money or maybe your pocket money, think 10 times whether that expense is really required, because the power of compounding is the eighth wonder of the world, and that is what is going to make you the super rich person. And the one who understands it is going to be a very, very successful person. So we will talk about all these things definitely in my presentation. I promise you, I'm not going to bore you with jargons and charts and financial terminologies, which most of us don't understand at times. And it's very boring, and then what happens is we just run away thinking it's not my cup of tea. If you are not a commerce or a finance student, most of us, they feel like that. So it's my job and it's my intention is that to motivate you. And this is a life skill. Never ever feel it's difficult. It may be little bit complicated only till you haven't understood it. So I will make it very, very simple today. Just follow those 5, 6 rules in your life throughout. And then you will remember me one fine day after 10, 15, 20 years that good, I heard this session and good, I did these few things which she was telling me. Trust me, the life skill which I'm going to give you today is not available in any books, is not available in any Google. You all will have to master it and make it wonderfully well implementation in your life, and then you see how your life changes. So first, I would like to tell you a few things about startup, because the topic today is startup, right? So why startups are important? Everyone knows it gives the economic growth, and the nation is uh, uh, well built or created, and we all know our prime minister is clearly focusing on few things like financial inclusion, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, digital, and one of the major initiatives which he has taken is on startups. Obviously, because he realizes that the whole world has progressed because of the startup. So along with global, local going global and Atmanirbhar Bharat, startup is somewhere directly connected, and it creates new jobs, and it introduces latest technology. It follows the best practices in the world which is happening. And of course, artificial intelligence, data mining, technology, all these things have emerged only and only because of startups. And if we want to beat China, I don't think there is any other way than really considering startup opportunities. And we, one of the youngest countries in the world. So no one can stop us by becoming the leading nation as far as startups are concerned. It creates a lot of wealth, and it also forms better standard of living. And especially the youngsters, who want to be their own boss. Yes, for them, this is one of the most good opportunity which has emerged. So when I started working, like I worked for Tata Group and SBI Group, State Bank of India, and so many other organizations I worked for close to 24 years. And then in my midlife, I started my own social venture because I had no courage. I had no guidance. I had no mentor, or I had no such visionary prime minister or the schemes which were available so that I could have started my own business. So when somebody asks me, what is your qualification? I just say two things. I'm Gujarati and I talk about money. And now I'm social entrepreneur also. So I've done my startup. So I think if you have these 2, 3 things, you are at home. Nobody can beat you, right? And when your intentions are good, when you are into nation building, I don't think you will ever go wrong, and people will help you grow. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that startup is one of the biggest opportunities grab it, but at the same time, quite a few startups are flop show too. So I don't want to discourage you all, but always have your ambitions, dreams, projections, etc. in place, and you have to be practical also. So ensure that you are not too much flying with the thought process that yeah, startup करेंगे तो बस सब 1-2 साल में हम उसको बेच डालेंगे और प्राइसिंग वैल्यू में हम करोड़ों रुपया ले लेंगे. See, my dear friends, I'm not demotivating you, or I'm not, talking like your elders or parents or dadis. But I myself is an entrepreneur from last 6 years, and I exactly know what kind of challenges an entrepreneur faces as far as the cash flows are concerned, as far as so many regularity changes which continuously happens, and global turmoil, and obviously the COVID nobody anticipated, right? The entire world has changed in last 9 months. So one has to be very, very reasonable enough and smart enough so that आपको कोई दुख ना हो लास्ट में कि भाई ये क्या हो गया मेरे साथ, और कोई शॉर्टकट फटाफट नहीं होता है. So there are few schemes which I will quickly go through. I'm not too sure whether this entire conference has already covered those schemes or not, but still I thought I'll quickly touch base upon, so that the students who are listening to me, they are more knowledgeable and they exactly know what kind of schemes this government has launched and how they can make the best use of it. So Mudra is a very famous loan for especially somebody who want to avail from 50,000 to 5 lakh rupees loan, right? So Mudra is one of the most famous one, especially in the lower strata income group people, or somebody who doesn't have funds at all, but still is an aspiring businessman or businesswoman or an entrepreneur. So for them, up to 10 lakhs loan in manufacturing, trading, allied agricultural services, you can get this and avail this. There is another scheme from NABARD. So National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Credit benefit, it gives the credit benefit to agriculture, cottage, village industries from 10 lakhs to 150 lakhs. Yes. And it offers up to 90% of the project cost. So this is also a very famous startup funding which is available. There is something called CGTMSE, Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprise. So those entrepreneurs who look for working capital, term loan, etc., up to 100 lakhs, it is available, and zero collateral is required, and working along with SIDBI. So this particular scheme, an organization works with SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India. So those who doesn't want any collateral to be given, or especially for working capital, this is one of the best schemes which is available. Also, there is something called New Generation IEDC. So most of the women whom I mentor, whom I counsel, they either go for Mudra loan if they are in the lower strata income group, people like Mahila Bachat Girls, like women who makes pickle business or papad achar or any small kind of a small scale industry they are into. For them, Mudra is one of the best loans which we have been always recommending. And also for the entrepreneurs who want slightly higher loan, then surely the other schemes are available. So this is Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center. And this particular center works for mainly healthcare, chemicals, hardware, IT, food and beverages, defense, all these new industries which has emerged in last 10-20 years, like textiles also, non-renewable energy. All those industries are covered into this scheme, and up to 25 lakhs you can get the loan, and it is one-time non-recurring loan. And this is very famous scheme which is available currently for the startups. There is something called AIC. So now what is AIC is where it gives you what happens is government gives a 10 crore ad hoc to AICs. Now this provides grant up to 10 crore, but not to one person, to many people. So this is like under the Atal Innovation Mission, this government has started, and the duration for repayment of this loan is 5 years, and it is set up under Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog also does lot of initiatives and very, I would recommend and request each one of you to go through Niti Aayog's website on time to time basis, because they are very, very active, innovative, lot of CSR related work, nation building work, women development, women empowerment, entrepreneurship, startups. They continuously keep on working under Niti Aayog, and the initiatives they take are commendable. So also, if you are into social sector, like my NGO Freedom Foundation works for the upliftment of lower strata income group people. So I have this NGO is 6 years old, and I'm the managing trustee, and I have got 80G and 12A both. So the moment you comply with all these, and it is almost 6 years old, so if you have filed your 3 years returns, then obviously you are eligible to register yourself under Niti Aayog. So if you are into any social development project or any CSR related activity, if you are a social entrepreneur like me, then 100% Niti Aayog has tremendous budgets, and you must know how to make the best use of it, because finally you are into nation building. And this AIC loans, if you want, it is set up under Niti Aayog, as I told you, and all the sectors, all like whichever sector I spoke to you about, like IT, all these data mining, data, even artificial intelligence, everything, all the new sectors are highly, highly promoted here. There is something called SMILE, SMILE. So soft loans provided by SIDBI to meet debt equity ratio. And maximum loan is given for 3 years and 20 lakhs maximum for general category. And if you are a woman or if you are a scheduled caste person, then you can get up to 30 lakhs over here. So this is how SMILE is also a very good initiative for startup. There is something called loan for rooftop solar power and power projects. So anybody who's working for energy, renewable energy, power projects, they can definitely go through the website of IREDA, which is like Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency. And if you shell out 30% of the project cost as an entrepreneur, then 70% of the cost government will give you as a loan, startup loan. So, but the condition is that you have to repay this loan before 9 years. So anybody who want to do startup in this area definitely can go through this scheme and website. And lastly, I would also like to speak to you about MSIPs. So modified special incentive package. Again, all the new industries like technology, hardware, green technology, aerospace, defense, manufacturing, electronics, etc. So 20% subsidy in SEZ and 25% subsidy in non-SEZ you get from this particular scheme. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, what is the conclusion? Like, what exactly we are, what do you think, why so many schemes etc are promoted by the government? Because startups can change the world, and in coming years more and more startups will grow, and that's why government is coming out with so many beautiful schemes, and they're continuously upgrading it, changing it. Entrepreneurship is the only way to enhance the economic growth of a nation, and a small idea can be turned into a big innovative solution, and which can change the whole world, and which can give a lot of pride to our own nation. And to and the youngsters are far more superior in thinking ahead, and they are far more faster learner than the midlife or the senior citizens in our country. So startup and youth goes hand in hand, and with such kind of growth oriented government which we are right now having, and if we have a stable government, and if we continue with so many good initiatives which have been taken by them, I think nobody can stop us by emerging as one of the most superpower country in the world as far as even startups are concerned. Needless to say, the government is all for it, and it has launched variety of startup schemes which we already discussed. And also, with the ever increasing demand of consumer products, manufacturing them within the country, and I'm sure you all know why I'm talking this currently, it is absolutely a need of an hour, and it is so lucrative, trust me. So whether it's a smartphone or for cars or anything, like, I mean, you name it. If we manufacture it here, or if the startups are, you know, more and more encouraged to do the production over here, I think nobody can stop us. So on that note, I'm finishing my note on startup. But if anybody has any question, more than happy, you all can ask me. And uh, before that, I have some 15-20 minutes presentation on your personal financial literacy also, which will give you a lot of insights about why you all should look after your personal financial planning. And let me tell you one thing, all my dear students who are listening to me, never ever mix your business wealth and personal wealth. Never ever plow back everything in your business thinking your business is the best in this world and that's the only profession where you can make money. You're absolutely wrong, because there is something called diversification, asset allocation, and you have to be a smart investor too. When you yourself is a startup entrepreneur, or if you are doing a business, obviously there are so many other businesses which are run by so many smart entrepreneurs. Would you not like to make money by investing in those companies? So be a very, very smart investor, wise investor. Spendthrift habits which you have to understand how you are doing those things. And then I will quickly run through the presentation, which I have it, and then maybe all the question and answer, if the time permits, I'm more than happy to answer them. But quickly, I would like to ask you, how much time do I have for this presentation? So that I'll stick to the time.
You have 20 to 25 minutes.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. ये 20 मिनट है ना, आप लोगों की सोच और लाइफ को बदल देगा. So please ध्यान से सुनिएगा. और I hope I'm really, you know, trying my level best. All right. So let me tell you something. The picture which you are seeing, how many of you all have seen the web series on Harshad Mehta, Scam 1992? You all must watch that. So I started my career when I was in 1991. Yes, exactly 1 year before when all these things happened. The bomb blast also happened. And my office was just next to the stock exchange building, which you are seeing. Isn't that a beautiful building? Yeah. I would say that this is the temple of wealth. And you know, when the stockbrokers, when they enter this building, they touch the, they you know, वो स्टेप्स जो होते हैं जहां से एंटर होते हैं, जैसे हम मंदिर में ऐसे पैर पड़ते हैं, वैसे वो लोग उनको प्रणाम करते हैं, क्योंकि दिस इज नॉट द प्लेस वेर यू हैव टू डू गैम्बलिंग, स्पेक्यूलेशन, 1 ईयर में डबल, शॉर्टकट फटाफट, इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग, फ्यूचर्स एंड ऑप्शंस, टिप्स है क्या कोई, ये सब गलत है. इफ यू रियली वांट टू मेक ट्रू वेल्थ इन लॉन्ग टर्म, देन stocks and equity market is nothing but temple of wealth. You must understand that how to invest in that, and I will discuss this with you all. So Mumbai Stock Exchange has its own history. You know, it's, you know, how many of you all know that Mumbai Stock Exchange is one of the top 10 stock exchanges in the world? Isn't that a very, very commendable and proud thing for all of us? It's humongous. That means so much of transactions are happening in our stock exchange. The worldwide, our economy can be truly superpower in future because of all these things. So all of you are going to earn money, right? For sure. And the first and foremost, which I would like to leave here with you all, is that why you all should do your financial planning properly. So your child planning, your dreams and goals, your retirement planning, you have to beat your inflation. So today's 100 rupees, next year it looks like 95 rupees, and 10th year it just gives you a purchasing power of 40 rupees. So please promise me today that whenever you are investing even 1 rupee of your hard-earned money in future, you will try to beat inflation in medium to long term. Ensure that you will give full respect to your hard-earned money. It should not decrease, it should grow. So your spending habits will surely decide how much rich you are going to become, but your investments habit and your growing money habits will decide how wealth you're going to create for another 7 generations of yours, right? So first thing, you have to earn a lot of money. There is no doubt about it. Second thing is, you just don't have to save, you have to invest that money. Third thing, you have to grow that money. And fourth thing, you have to distribute that money in noble causes. You have to leave behind so much of good amount of money for nation building, for social work, for charity, for upliftment. You have to give back to society. So these are 4 important aspects of money management, and you master each one of it. Also, there is something called 30-30 challenge. So we all work for 30 years productively. So for example, you started taking a job at the age of 25. So from 25 to 55, like you work for 30 years, right? Then you retire. And what if you live up to 85? 55 to 85, another 30 years. So there is a clear 30-30 challenge which we all are going to face. In our country, there is no social security, there is no medical free, and inflation and standard of living will demand tons of money from you. So I request each one of you, how much ever you feel you are young, but every day you are getting 1 day old, and that 1 day old, nobody can bring back from your life. So time plays very important role, and that is where you have to make the best of it. And trust me, 30-30 challenge, you will have to look after, and you will have to have lot of money for your retirement planning, so that your dignity, your self-confidence, and you are not dependent on anyone for money till you are alive. And women live longer than men, and they are usually younger than their husbands. So the last 7, 8, 10 years, like maybe from 75 to 85, the last 8, 10 years in women's life, there is a full probability that she's going to be alone. So it is all the more important for all the girls who are listening to me, all the women who are listening to me, that money management is very, very important for you all to take control over.
We do agree with you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Because I personally feel that women can do everything. I mean, and today men are so supportive. Like every husband, every son, every brother, every father wants that the women members of the house prospers, grows. So and tell me one thing, if you empower a woman, if you educate a woman, you educate the whole family, you educate the whole generation, and then finally you educate the whole nation. And today 50% of the population in our country is women, imagine. And that too, we have close to 35% of that 50% women population is below 35. So you have to empower, there is no second thought. And financial freedom and financial literacy is extremely important for each one of us, not just women, for everyone, let me tell you. And quickly I'll tell you how much to invest and how much to spend. So 30-30, 40-50, and 50-100. So when you are 30 years old, you have to invest 30% of what you earn. When you're 40 years old, in your midlife, you have to invest 50% of what you earn. And when you're 50 years old, near to your retirement, you can invest 100% of your salary. You know how and why? Because the earlier 20 years, from 30 to 50, which you invested in a very process driven way, will give you another layer of income, passive income, what we call. The multiple layer of income in your life arises because you have started investing your money so wisely, and power of compounding, long-term discipline, process-driven way, your spending habits, all these things will help you generate so much of wealth parallelly along with your salary, and you don't have to touch your salary for the last 10 years before retirement. Imagine how super duper you will retire so rich. Trust me, if you make your life process driven. See, I worked for Tata Group for close to 13 years. And Tata has taught me two things, and they say once a Tata, always a Tata. So Tata is in my blood now, the philosophy of Tata. One, you have to give back to society in whatever little smaller way you can. And second, you have to be process driven. Processes are always bigger than individuals. Tomorrow, whether you are managing your personal life, whether you are doing your own business, whatever, if you are not process driven, you will collapse. So please, 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 your life has to be very, very process driven. And then you see how rich you become, right? And I'm nowhere saying that you run behind money. No, if you run behind money in a incorrect way, the money will run away from you. And there is no shortcut. You have to have patience, and then only in a very organic way, ethical way, you can make tons of money, and that money is sustainable. Let me tell you that. Today, you may be earning lesser than your colleague, but if your colleague doesn't know how to handle the spending habits and how to increase the wealth and power of compounding, investments, etc., you will outperform him for sure, because you are understanding what is passive income and what is the power of goal-based financial planning in your life. So please, you have to have this life skill in you, and this will make you super duper rich. And imagine if you are doing your startup, if you are doing your business, if you don't know how to manage your short-term cash flow, how will you pay off the salaries? How will you pay your vendors on time? So please, short-term cash flow management, long-term cash flow management, balance sheet, profit and loss account, net worth, your CIBIL score. Oh my God. These are all very, very important aspects of your life. Never ever forget. And always go for proper asset allocation. You have to diversify your investments, like how we eat our balanced diet. The same way, you have to divide your money into 3-4 different beautiful asset classes. And 100 minus age is the formula for that. So if you are 30 years old and you have to invest 100 rupees, then 100 minus 30 is equal to 70. 70 rupees you should invest in equity, because equity, stock market, or in mutual funds, etc., if you invest, it has a highest probability of beating inflation in long term, and it really creates wealth for you, and it is very liquid also. So I would suggest this is how you should manage your life. I have already discussed all these things. Whenever you invest your money, always ensure that you understand the risk involved in it. Market risk, credit risk, liquidity risk, you must understand, and then only invest your hard-earned money. And calculated risk is always allowed. When you'll do your business, when you'll join some organization, or when you even for that matter get married, don't you think you are taking a calculated risk? So calculated risk is always allowed. Don't run away thinking, I don't want to take any risk in my life and I don't want to, invest here and there. Please don't do that. Be a very, very wise and smart investor. Also follow Warren Buffett, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala on Twitter. Learn from them how they have created the wealth, what kind of, the techniques they have used, value investing, etc. they have understood. And please make them your financial guru. You will definitely do better if you listen to such personalities in your life. And at the same time, you have to read books on successful entrepreneurs. I'm sure you all are doing that. You all are much knowledgeable, and everything is at the tip of your fingers. So I'm very, very sure that you all are very knowledgeable and you are well-read people. But still, I would suggest that you must have the philanthropic nature in your life. You must have the ethics in your life. When you do any business, you must have organic way of handling the things. And at the same time, calculated risk taking ability and decision taking is very, very important if you want to become rich and successful in your business too. So this is quickly, I'll just run through. These are the kind of products. We don't have time, so I can't explain you anything in detail. But if in case you have to manage your entire financial planning properly, you have to manage 3 baskets, and this is how you have to invest your money into 3 different baskets. So if you want to do your tax planning, you have to consider PPF, ELSS, housing loan, and NPS. If you want to do your protection planning, then you must consider your term insurance, mediclaim, cancer protection, critical illness, and will drafting as your succession planning. And if you want to create wealth for yourself, for your dreams, goals, long-term, short-term, etc., which I've already discussed, you have to consider few instruments like equity, real estate, gold, mutual funds, pension, etc. So obviously equity is the heart of your investment, and this is how the last 30 years chart looks like. Eventually the equity will generate you good returns globally, not just in India. And now you can surely invest your money in global companies also, right? So if you want to invest your money in Facebook, in Google, you can surely invest your money. And whenever you are investing your money in gold, I would request you to go for either RBI sovereign bonds or maybe ETF, or in demat form, or by way of SIP. Because whenever you are buying gold, our country is not gold rich country, so our rupee gets devaluated because we have to import that asset class. So to help the government and to be a very wise at the same time, if you want to take a call on gold, I would request you all to go for softer gold ETFs or RBI sovereign bonds. You must know what is 3R value investing. So 3R is right business model, right price versus value, intrinsic value, and right kind of management. If you understand this, you will never ever make any mistake in selecting a company where you can definitely create wealth for yourself. So this is how the mutual fund works. You as an investor pull your money and the fund manager invests into stocks and securities and returns it back to you. And this is how the mutual fund works. And these are the types of mutual funds: liquid fund, debt fund, hybrid funds, and equity funds. Depending upon your time horizon and need, you can invest your money. SIP, STP, and SWP is a wonderful way of investing your money. When you are young, every month you can put a small amount in by way of SIP or STP. When you get your like lump sum amount bonus, you can just park your money in liquid fund, and then every month certain amount goes back into equity in a staggered way. That's called STP. SIP plus STP is equal to your retirement planning. When you retire, start taking the returns on your investments, and that's the time you should get your fruits back. And that's what is called systematic withdrawal plan. So this is how everything is maintained so well. This is my last slide, and I hope I have not exceeded the time. I'm so sorry if I have, but
Nothing at all.
yeah. So quickly, this is something which is very, very dear to my heart. And so this is power of compounding, and power of compounding works wonderfully well. It's like the eighth wonder of the world. So these are three friends, Ramesh, Suresh, and Kamlesh. They all have invested 5,000 rupees a month. And I have taken a very, very conservative rate of interest, only 8%. Not even 12%, 10%, 15%, which in past it has given. But I don't want to show you any rosy picture. I want to be very, very conservative and reasonable. So they all invested for different number of years. Ramesh started early, 30 years, and Suresh started only 5 years late than Ramesh. And Kamlesh started 10 years late than Ramesh and 5 years late than Suresh. Now Ramesh total invested 18 lakhs rupees, Suresh invested 15 lakhs rupees, and Kamlesh invested 12 lakhs rupees. But look at the final value, the compounding impact on their wealth. Ramesh could reach up to 71 lakhs. But Suresh, just because he started 5 years late, regret of 5, he is half rich. He could reach only up to 45 lakhs. Isn't that a very sad thing? And Kamlesh could reach only up to 29 lakhs. So starting early, today, just now is the time. You must invest your money immediately. It can be as low as 500 rupees a month. It doesn't matter. But the habits which you will cultivate, the rules of the game which you will learn, I think that will make you super duper rich. And you will make mistakes. I'm telling you, when you'll invest in equity market, you will surely lose money. But don't get disheartened. Even if you make mistake, even if your calls goes wrong, you are learning a lot. And from those mistakes, you are becoming more and more strong and more practical, knowledgeable person. And that is what will make you very, very experienced over a period of time, and you will make a lot of money. And always remember one thing, that no product is good or bad, but you should put that product in proper place. If you take insurance thinking that will look after my retirement planning and it's a wealth creation product, you are making the biggest blunder. Insurance has to be in your protection basket. You have to protect yourself and you have to protect your dear ones. You cannot expect returns from that insurance. So for returns, you should invest your money in equity, mutual funds, etc. So your time horizon, your risk-taking appetite, and when do you want your money back will decide which product is suitable to you. And please have mastery into it. And this is very easy and simple. So how to get wealthy? This is a very beautiful chart and which I always show. So you have to start early. You have to earn a lot of money. You have to spend wisely. You just don't have to save, but you have to invest that money and then make the best use of power of compounding. Little by little, it becomes a lot. Drop by drop, you create ocean, and that is what is real wealth creation. And equity is the heart of your investments. And obviously, real estate is also one of the very good asset classes, but don't get tilted over just one or two asset class thinking that that's the best for you. Don't be emotional. Don't be just invest in one or two asset class like your own business or real estate or gold. You have to divide your money overall in 5 to 6 different asset classes depending upon your asset allocation. You must visit SEBI's website. I'm sure you all have seen IPL match nowadays. You are watching IPL, right? But have you ever seen so many ads comes from SEBI, MFI, Mutual Fund Sahi Hai campaign? You must understand and ask those questions कि भाई ये क्या है? What is this exactly? I must know. So mutual fund सही है पर mutual fund बहुत सारे भी है. So you will have to understand, learn what is the best for you, select the proper scheme and ensure that you make tons of money with the help of all these asset classes which we have discussed today. So thank you very much. I'm very happy to answer any of your questions. And I once again thank the faculty, the management, the principal, sir, Mamta, and my team who has been helping me to, conduct this session. And this was the Investor Awareness Program also from Bombay Stock Exchange. So let me tell you what is Investor Awareness Program. This is one of the best initiatives taken by our government on financial inclusion. So what this financial inclusion program says is that the BFSI sector, banks, financial institutions, insurance companies, stock exchanges, or maybe mutual fund companies, it is their moral responsibility that whenever they are selling the products to all of us, they have to also empower, educate people that what is right and what is wrong, and what they should not do and what they should do. And that is where the Ministry of Finance, SEBI, MFI, government, they have compulsorily dictated to the BFSI sector that 2 basis points from your AUM, asset under management, will have to be spent on only educating the end investors and the customers of yours so that they never lose money and so that they make the right kind of decisions when they invest their money in any product. So this is how this financial inclusion and investor awareness program has helped tremendously well to each one of us. So thank you very much.
From now onwards, you are my financial guru.
No, beta, it's a very big responsibility you have given me. More than happy to motivate you, but please read. So many gurus are there. You should read.
No, ma'am, you are best. Actually, you are best. Ma'am, I would like to ask one question. How to select a relevant scheme that would be beneficial for us?
Very, very good question. And if you remember, I had shown one slide at the end that which particular time horizon, which scheme is better for you. So let me just quickly show you that if I can. 1 second. Yeah, so I hope you all are seeing this slide, and this is a very beautiful slide, and this will answer the question. Whenever your time horizon is say 1 day to 1 year, then you have to invest your money in liquid funds. And this is how you can create your emergency funds also. My suggestion to each one of you is, when you are into any startup or any business, at least 6 months salary and admin cost which you have in your business should be always there available in your liquid funds. In case of emergency, you should not be having any shortage of funds. So this is my first tip. And for your personal expenses, at least 6 months salary or expenses, you should have it in your liquid funds. Even gold has emerged like an emergency fund suddenly. Initially, I used to feel gold is unproductive. Why people invest in gold? Gold is not good. But let me tell you, I was wrong. And I have changed my thought process, and I have completely no shame in admitting it that I was wrong, because gold eventually in last 30 years have gone up. And this is a very beautiful product basket, and anywhere in the world it's a globally recommended and accepted product basket. So across the counter you can sell it and get your money back. So for your emergency fund also, gold is better. But only suggestion is, please don't buy jewelry. Please don't go for physical gold, because then there are so many things which you come across, like your purity, discipline is not maintained. Then, one jeweler will say my gold is better, the other jeweler will say my gold is better, and eventually they all fool us. So instead of all these things, locker charges, theft issues, if you want to avoid all these things, simply go for either ETF, exchange traded funds of gold, or SIP, or RBI sovereign bonds, and create this emergency fund either in liquid fund or in gold fund. Then if your horizon is say 1 year to 3 years, for example, you want to go for higher studies, foreign studies after 3 years. But today you have some money and you don't want to, invest it for 10, 15, 20 years, because you will need that money after 3 years. Then surely you should invest your money in debt funds. Zero equity. Equity is not suitable for shorter duration. Let me tell you, there is nothing which you can make in equity if you are a short-term horizon. Then your greed will kill you. I'm telling you, don't be greedy and don't be fearful when you invest in equity. If you control your nature, then you will be the superbly, finely investing your money, and you will definitely get a lot of
Yes, ma'am. I saw the consequences in Harshad Mehta scam. That's why I'm not at all greedy.
Yeah. So Harshad Mehta was a very good guy, let me tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
Very smart
He's
business.
amazing player. Yes.
Yeah, but what killed him was greed.
Greedy
And
again.
too much of ambition.
Yes.
Too much of ambition kills you. And if you remember, I started my session with, you have to be a little bit reasonable in whatever projections you are doing for yourself, because the stress will kill you, nothing else in this world. Finally, he got heart attack because he was too much under stress.
Yes,
So we have to learn from all these people. And I feel so bad that we lost such a big bull. I mean, such an aspiring stockbroker. We lost him forever, So one thing is very clear.
At very early age, right, ma'am?
Yeah, he was just 47
42.
years old. Oh,
Yes.
42. Okay.
42.
Fine. So short-term debt funds, medium term, you have to invest your money for 3 to 6 years in hybrid, which is the combination of debt and equity both. For long term, like 6, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, like your retirement planning, children's education, your midlife planning, etc. Definitely you have to invest your money in equity, because equity has the highest potential to beat the inflation and generate returns in the range of 10, 12, 15% type of CAGR. But please let me tell you one thing, equity never gives you fixed returns. So if you don't understand equity, don't invest in equity. Then you must invest your money in fixed deposits only, where you get fixed kind of returns. So I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Any participant would like to ask any question, kindly pen down in the chat box.
So meantime, the questions must pour in. Otherwise, I will feel that either I was not a good speaker, or you all are super smart. You have understood everything.
Actually, I'm having a question.
Yes, Ashwani Pal.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I I have joined your session and I understand about the power of compounding. And nowadays I'm investing through mutual fund.
Wow.
And yeah, but now I wanted to invest in a stock market. But seeing the ups and downs of the stock market, I afraid about that. So what are the precaution a beginner has to take when he going to invest in a stock market?
I'm so happy that such intelligent questions are pouring in, and I'm super happy that you've already started your investments in mutual funds. So let me tell you, my dear friend, if you invest 1,000 rupees in mutual fund by way of SIP, systematic investment plan. So every month you are investing some money for longer duration. If you invest 1,000 rupees for 30 years, and if you get say 15% type of CAGR returns, compounding annualized average growth returns, you make close to 60 lakhs rupees after 30 years. And that too, you have to pay only 10% long-term capital gain tax on that. It is very, very tax efficient also. And if you do 5,000 rupees SIP for 30 years, and if you get say 15% CAGR, you make close to 3 crores. This is what is compounding. I don't, please invite me for just 1 hour session on only compounding. I will show you the calculators, and numbers don't lie, but at the same time, numbers can be presented at least 1,000 ways. And out of those 1,000 ways, even one way touches your heart. And if you do your investments well, I think you are at home. So power of compounding, as Albert Einstein has told, is the 8th wonder of the world. But let me tell you here, since you have invested in mutual funds are subject to market risk. Please read the offer documents carefully. Past performance is never a guarantee of future performance. And मैंने जैसे बोला कि म्यूचुअल फंड सही तो है पर बहुत सारे भी है. So अगर आपको चूज करने में प्रॉब्लम हुआ या नहीं किया चूज प्रॉपरली, then you may lose money in mutual funds too. Because finally fund manager is not God. He is also a human being like you and me. और उसको भी कोविड अफेक्ट करता है, ग्लोबल यूएस इलेक्शंस अफेक्ट करता है, सब कुछ अफेक्ट करता है. वो कोई उसके पास जादुई स्टिक नहीं है कि जो आपको पैसा देगा. So please understand, when you are investing in your mutual funds, you have to be reasonable. Okay? Benchmark से 1-2-3% ज्यादा मिले तो you give me party. You should be the happiest person in the world. So again, your aspirations should be reasonable. चाहे वो कोई भी फंड मैनेजर हो, वो आपको कोई ऐसा सुपर डुपर रिटर्न्स नहीं दे सकता इवेंचुअली. ओके, सो ये एक आप समझ लेना जब आप डाल रहे हो. एट द सेम टाइम नाउ यू वांट टू अपग्रेड योरसेल्फ, एंड आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि आपने ये नहीं बोला कि मुझे सबसे पहले इक्विटी मार्केट में डालना है. आपने स्लोली ग्रेजुअली पहले म्यूचुअल फंड में डाला, एसआईपी किया, अब आप सोच रहे हो कि आपको इक्विटी में डालना है. यू विल बी अ वेरी वेरी सक्सेसफुल पर्सन इन लाइफ. क्योंकि जो सीधा छलांग नहीं मारता है ना लाइफ में, जो इवेंचुअली धीरे धीरे सब ट्राई करके फिर सीखता है ना, वो उसमें पेशेंस होता है और वो सही डिसीजंस लाइफ में ले सकता है. सो नाउ इफ यू वांट टू इन्वेस्ट इन इक्विटी, माय सजेशन इज दैट प्लीज डोंट डू एनी हर्ड मेंटालिटी. मींस आपके फ्रेंड ने क्या खरीदा, इन्होंने क्या खरीदा, ये क्या ले रहे, अरे यार कोटक बैंक तो अभी थोड़े दिन पहले एक ही दिन में 12% ऊपर था, चलो खरीद लेते हैं. दैट विल नॉट हेल्प यू. सो हाफ नॉलेज इज वेरी वेरी डेंजरस इन इक्विटी मार्केट. You have to have the value investing, master value investing, like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. You have to understand little bit of fundamentals like 3R, right management, right product. जिस कंपनी में आप लगा रहे हो, अगर वो 10, 15, 20 साल तक वो प्रोडक्ट नहीं चलेगा तो आपका पैसा डूब जाएगा, चाहे वो मुकेश अंबानी क्यों ना चला रहा हो. So always remember that you have to have 3R in your इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. राइट मैनेजमेंट. अरे भाई चला कौन रहा है, अगर वो प्रमोटर या मैनेजमेंट ही एथिकल नहीं है तो वो कंपनी आगे जाएगी नहीं. सो वैल्यू इन्वेस्टिंग, 3R, इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू. ऑलवेज इन्वेस्ट योर मनी इन ब्लू चिप्स, और इवन इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन स्मॉल कैप, यू हैव योर रिसर्च प्रॉपरली डन, टेक एडवाइस, and then step by step you can invest in equity. I would suggest quickly, before going directly to equity market, start investing in Nifty 50 or BSE S&P. start investing in index funds and understand how the top 50, 30, 40, 50 company works. And then why you should invest in those companies first before investing it into your own research-based companies. I hope I'm answering your question.
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am,
So, ma'am, hello.
Yes, yes.
I'm in CS final, so I studied all about this, but practically थोड़ा सा इसमें problem होता है stock market में.
एक बात बताऊं sir,
So
on a
I
lighter
gradually.
note, don't get me wrong, huh? Chartered accountants is not necessary that they are finest of the money managers. And finest of the money managers, not necessary that they are very highly qualified. It's all about taking right kind of decisions, controlling your greed and fear, following proper asset allocation, long-term and compounding. That's it. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm having another question about the same. There is
a long queue waiting for the questions.
I'm very passionate. I can go on and on. Fortunately, I have not kept anything else today, but you all should see how much time you all have and then please ask accordingly.
ma'am, one question is there. What are the initial challenges for startup?
Yeah, so I was a startup 6 years back, and the most initial startup challenge is the confidence which we should have and the cash flow. So these two C is very challenging. If you lose your confidence in just short term, like first 3 to 6 months is very, very critical, in any business. Because see, when you start, you feel everything is going to go your way. But when practically you jump into that, you understand that there are so many things which doesn't work like how we want or how we wish. So that is where the initial 6 months to 1 year, if you survive, then you are at home. So ensure that you are absolutely properly having all the plan B ready if in case plan A doesn't work for you in your startup. And money is very important because 90% of your stress in business comes because of money and goes because of money. So ensure that your short-term cash flow management is properly managed. So these two things I would highly, highly suggest.
True, ma'am.
Ma'am, एक question और I wanted to ask. I'm Subhash Masih, Professor Subhash Masih. Yeah, ma'am, कुछ students would like to know, like financial market में अगर उनको कुछ कोई चीज launch करनी हो, कुछ इस तरह का startup करना हो, तो उसके लिए क्या suggestion होता? What would be the first step for them? How to enter this?
बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. देखो, हालांकि अगर आपको अपना फाइनेंस डोमेन में स्टार्टअप क्रिएट करना है तो बेसिकली इसमें दो चीज होती है. एक होता है कि आपको B2B करना है, B2B2C करना है, या फिर आपको बैकएंड पे रहना है. एक होता है आपको क्लाइंट्स को फेस करना है, या दूसरा आपको बैकएंड में रह के टेक्नोलॉजी, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, फाइनेंशियल टेक्नोलॉजी, प्लेटफॉर्म्स, पोर्टल्स, बैकएंड, आपको फाइनेंशियल डेटा माइनिंग, क्रंचिंग करना है, एनालिटिक्स करना है. तो आपको वो करियर या वो स्टार्टअप ले सकते हो आप जो बहुत डिमांड में है. इट इज टू मच इन डिमांड बिकॉज रोबोटिक्स, ऑनलाइन, ये सब.
फाइनेंशियल मार्केट टू बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक, लाइक अगर कोई स्टार्टअप है जो कि एक्सक्लूसिवली फाइनेंशियल मार्केट की तरफ एम करना चाहता है, तो उसमें स्कोप क्या क्या है? व्हाट आर द सेगमेंट्स इनटू द फाइनेंशियल मार्केट, लाइक इफ एवर आई वांट टू गो, है ना, फॉर एग्जांपल कोई स्टूडेंट अगर चाह रहा है कि कुछ ऐसा कोई इस तरह का स्टार्टअप करे which should somewhere relate to financial market or financial segment.
हाँ जी.
तो उसके लिए मैम फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या, लाइक 1 2 3 ये 3 स्टेप्स हैं जिससे वो आगे बढ़ सकता है? लाइक एक बिल्कुल बेसिक्स हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बताइएगा प्लीज.
सबसे पहले तो अगर आपको फाइनेंशियल मार्केट या फाइनेंस में आपका करियर स्टार्ट करना है या कंपनी खोलनी है तो आपको बेसिक नॉलेज होना बहुत जरूरी है. सो आइदर योर क्वालिफिकेशन हैज टू बी CA, MBA in finance, or maybe चार्टर्ड फाइनेंशियल प्लानर, या आप NISM या जितनी भी एग्जाम्स है ऑन डेरिवेटिव, इक्विटी मार्केट्स, NSE की भी बहुत सारी एग्जाम है, BSc की बहुत सारी एग्जाम्स है। फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग में अगर आप कुछ करना चाहते हो तो CWM का अच्छा कोर्स है। जो भी आपका, जो पहले आप डिसाइड करो कि, इसलिए मैंने बोला आपको क्या क्लाइंट को फेस करना है, B2B B2C करना है, तो फिर ये सारी चीजें हैं जो आप कर सकते हो। यू कैन टेक, if you want to take a job, I don't know whether you're asking me for the startup or for the job, sir.
Startup
Okay,
only
so
for the
job नहीं
startup.
करना, हाँ, तो स्टार्टअप करना है तो स्टार्टअप मेनली दो फील्ड में है। एक ये है कि आप फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर या आप प्रॉपरली एसेट एलोकेशन मिक्स का जो एडवाइजरी मॉड्यूल है वो आप कैसे कर सकते हो, दैट यू कैन डू ऑनलाइन, and everything is now, the whole world is your client, so you can start up with these type of companies wherein you can create wealth, you can help people create wealth for themselves, and goal based financial planning has emerged like anything. And second best option for startup is obviously research and equities, because the whole world today is looking at either alternate asset classes or research and equity. So if you can do startup wherein you can help people create wealth for themselves in equity market, now to globally also you can do, not just in India. So that is also a very big opportunity for startup, for sure.
Thank you very much.
And
all
same
this-
question, I would like to मतलब know कि टेक्नोलॉजी, बीइंग टेक्नोलॉजी बैकग्राउंड, मुझे भी ये चीज जाननी है कि फाइनेंशियल का स्टार्टअप के तो ये स्टेप्स आपने बता दिए, टेक्नोलॉजी में अगर मुझे जाना हो तो मैं क्या स्टेप्स फॉलो करूँ?
टेक्नोलॉजी तो मैंने जो 9 months में सीखी है वो पूरे मेरी 30 साल में नहीं सीखी है, लॉकडाउन में जो मैंने सीखी है। So actually you are asking a wrong question to a very non-techie and somebody who gets scared with technology.
No ma'am,
But
not at all.
I'll tell you, darling, I'll tell you, technology के बगैर you are absolutely outdated, and I've realized that. So if you ask me, इसीलिए मैंने शुरुआत ही fintech से किया कि आज nobody wants to, you know, physically fill up the form and physically invest. Everyone wants to do on a very autopilot mode, मोबाइल पे या ऐप से या टेक्नोलॉजी से, या अगर आप देखो कितने सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स है जो बंदा बात ही नहीं कर रहा है पर आपको टिप्स भी दे रहा है और आप इन्वेस्ट भी कर रहे हो पैसा. It is he's the entire psychology, entire risk profiling is done by the robo, and then he's suggesting you also where you should invest your money. So that kind of technology we are entering into. I hope you, so this is the future. This is the future. Means एक हद तक if you are investing 1 lakh rupees ना, nobody will bother to give you a relationship manager, क्योंकि उनके पास है ही नहीं इतने लोग. वो आपको स्टैंडर्ड टेप बजेगा, आपका रिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग लेगा, बोलेगा आप ये स्टॉक में डाल दो. जब आपके पास 1 करोड़ होगा, 5 करोड़ होगा, 10 करोड़ होगा, उनको लगेगा कि इनको हम फिजिकल RM अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं, कि भाई जो जाके एक बार चाय पिए, उसके साथ बैठे, समझाए, पैम्पर करे, ऐसा क्लाइंट है, उन्हीं को ये सारी चीजें मिलेगी. So the world is moving completely into technology. That's why I told कि financial technology and the backend and the platforms and all these things are going to emerge like anything. उनकी वैल्यू ही कुछ और होगी. ये स्टार्टअप्स को लोग खरीदेंगे.
Ma'am, one more question from Shubham Mark, he's participant. His question is, why I invest money in share market?
Sorry, why he should invest money in share market?
Yes.
अरे हाँ, ये तो बड़ा बहुत अच्छा सवाल है. देखो क्या होता है ना, शेयर मार्केट का नाम बहुत खराब हो गया है. somehow people have never understood share market, और especially when you see the downfall of people like Harshad Mehta, you feel कि शेयर बाजार में पैसा डालना ही नीचे बहुत खराब जगह है, you know, यहाँ पे पैसा डूब जाता है. लेकिन एक चीज जो हम नहीं समझते हैं वो है कि क्या हम जब शेयर बाजार में डालते हैं तब हम क्यों इतना शॉर्टकट सोचते हैं. You know what is stock market? Stock market is nothing but the company, it's the reflection of your own country's GDP. Means it's a mirror effect. आपका देश अगर बढ़ेगा तो श्योरली वो उसी बेसिस पे बढ़ता है कि आपके टॉप 50-60 कंपनीज कितना ग्रोथ में एडिशन दे रहा है या कितना इकोनॉमी में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा है। अगर आपकी टॉप 50-60 कंपनीज परफॉर्म नहीं कर रही है तो आपकी कंट्री भी परफॉर्म नहीं करेगी, आपको कोई रिटर्न्स ही नहीं मिलेगा, कोई ग्रोथ ही नहीं होगा। सो स्टॉक मार्केट इज नथिंग बट द मिरर इफेक्ट ऑफ योर ओन कंट्रीज ग्रोथ प्रोस्पेक्ट्स। अगर आपको लगता है कि मेरे देश में मुझे पैसा लगाना चाहिए तो आपको स्टॉक मार्केट के अलावा कहीं और लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है। क्योंकि मैं ये हमेशा बोलती हूँ लोगों को कि जब आप रियल एस्टेट में भी पैसा लगाते हो, जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको फिजिकल घर या शॉप या गाला या जो भी आप दिखना चाहिए, वेयर हाउस whatever. You can always invest in any company stock which is dealing with real estate, which is already a real estate, या REITs में भी आप लगा सकते हो, या फिर फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने TCS के शेयर खरीदे, टाटा कंसल्टेंसी सर्विसेज के शेयर खरीदे। अब TCS तो IT कंपनी है, आपको लगेगा कि मैंने तो टेक्नोलॉजी सेक्टर में इन्वेस्ट किया है मेरा पैसा, रियल एस्टेट में तो मैंने किया ही नहीं है। लेकिन क्या आपको ये पता है कि TCS के नेटवर्थ में उनकी जो ऑफिस प्रीमाइसेस है, जो उनकी रियल एस्टेट होल्डिंग्स है, इन्वेस्टमेंट्स है, वो भी उनके शेयर में रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है। तो आपने शायद 100 रुपया अगर TCS में इन्वेस्ट किया है, शायद उसमें से 5 रुपया आपका रियल एस्टेट में ऑलरेडी लग गया है। सो प्लीज, what I'm trying to tell you here is कि stock market is not gambling, not shortcut, not any magic stick. ऐसा नहीं होता है। Stock market is a long game. It's a patience वाला game. And if you really want to grow along with your nation, along with the companies, then stock market में invest करना बनता है दोस्त। और आप तो young हो, आप छोटे हो। जब आप छोटे हो, young हो, तब आप गाड़ी कौन सी स्पीड में ड्राइव करते हो? क्या 40 में स्पीड में ड्राइव करते हो आप? नहीं, आपकी गाड़ी की स्पीड जो है वो ज्यादा होती है, क्योंकि आपकी एज है जो आपको वो रिस्क लेने के लिए अलाउ करती है, और आप होते हो वैसे। जब आप 70 ईयर के हो जाओगे तब आप 120, 100 पे आप ड्राइव नहीं कर पाओगे बिकॉज ऑफ योर एज। तो स्टॉक मार्केट में जब आप यंग हो तभी डालना शुरू करो, और इतनी अच्छी हैबिट्स कल्टीवेट करो कि ब्लू चिप कंपनी में, अच्छी कंपनियों में निवेश करो जहां पे आपको डिविडेंड मिले, जो ग्रो करे, अच्छी मैनेजमेंट हो। और जब आप लंबे समय के लिए करोगे, जब आप रिटायर होंगे, तब आपको वो पैसा बहुत बड़ा दिखेगा बिकॉज ऑफ द कंपाउंडिंग एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द रिटर्न्स व्हिच यू विल गेट। सो जब आप रिटायर होंगे तब आप स्टॉक मार्केट में नहीं डाल सकते हो, क्योंकि आपका एसेट एलोकेशन, रिस्क टेकिंग एपेटाइट, और आपके पास टाइम नहीं कि आप वो पैसे को स्टॉक मार्केट में लगा के बढ़ा सको। तो आज ही है वो टाइम, अभी ही है आपको जो पैसा आपको स्टॉक मार्केट में लगाना चाहिए। और दूसरी बात कि यू कैन नेवर टाइम द मार्केट। सो स्टॉप थिंकिंग कि मैं कौन सा सही दिन है, कौन से दिन को मैं स्टॉक मार्केट में लगाऊं। अरे भाई, किसी को नहीं मालूम है, मोदी जी को भी नहीं मालूम है, राकेश झुनझुनवाला जी को भी नहीं मालूम है कि कौन सा दिन सही है स्टॉक मार्केट में इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए। नेवर टाइम द मार्केट। How much time you are in the market, that will decide how much money you will make in stock market. So please, मेरी ये humble submission है आप लोगों से, शेयर बाजार से डरो मत। शेयर बाजार खराब नहीं है, उनका नाम बिल्कुल खराब मत करो। शेयर बाजार, I once again tell, it's the temple of wealth. आप उसको सही वे से, अच्छी तरह से समझ के निवेश करेंगे तो बहुत पैसा बनाएंगे। अरे जब मुकेश अंबानी जी और अजीम प्रेम जी इतना अच्छा काम करते हैं तो हमें इतना काम करने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप सिंपली उनकी कंपनियों में पैसा निवेश करके अच्छा पैसा बना सकते हो। इसी को तो हम डाइवर्सिफिकेशन बोलते हैं।
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, one more question. What was the greatest stumbling block when you launched your own company?
सबसे, देखो, मैं अनलाइक यू ऑल आर वेरी यंगस्टर्स, तो आप लोगों में है ना थोड़ा जिगरा होता है, आप लोग थोड़े कूद पड़ते हो स्विमिंग पानी में, अगर स्विमिंग नहीं आता है तो भी कूद पड़ते हो। पर मैंने मेरा सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर कंपनी शुरू किया जब मैं मिड लाइफ में थी। तो अगेन, योर रिस्क टेकिंग एपेटाइट एट वेरियस स्टेजेस ऑफ योर लाइफ डिफर्स। तो मेरे में आप लोगों के जितना तो जिगरा नहीं था ना, क्योंकि मैं 40 years की हो चुकी थी। लेकिन लेट मी टेल यू, आई वॉज फाइनेंशियली वेरी सेफ एंड स्टेबल। तो मेरे को 3, 4, 5 साल तक भी अगर बिजनेस नहीं चला होता तो भी मैं मेरे एम्प्लॉयज को सैलरी दे सकती थी, या मेरी रेंट जो है, एडमिन कॉस्ट है, ये सब मैं खुद का भी सैलरी ले सकती थी। सो वो जो है वो एक फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी जो था वो मेरे में बहुत अच्छा था, इसके लिए शायद मैं बिजनेस अच्छा कर पाई. What I'm trying to tell you here is that money gives you a lot of confidence. So ensure that from the day one you start respecting your hard-earned money. Keep some money aside for your emergency and for your business emergency. And then if you do your business, I think nobody can stop you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I have a question. Bhavna ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a
Yeah.
question. When you have started up your business, then any unseen opportunity you had came across with?
Yeah.
I just,
Of course, Dr. Ankit, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, of course. And continuously the unforeseen things comes. See, my business is financial literacy, dealing with skill development, government, SEBI, MFI, regulatory authorities. My business is B2B. So if the person changes, the entire organization philosophy changes. So again, you have to create your repo. So challenges are every day. I would not even say every month, but that is what makes you stronger. And since my business is such that highly compliance driven, highly content driven, highly education driven, so whatever you speak, whatever you write, whatever you uh, give back to people through your channels, or it is very you have to be very very careful. And the compliance rules and regulation changes so often. Suddenly the budgets are stopped and suddenly I don't get funding. And let me tell you, people don't pay that easily. Everyone wants free. So that's the reason you have to make it very sure that nothing is available for free every time to you. And never undervalue you, never underprice you, which I did a mistake. Initial first year, I always, offered free, or I underestimated myself. I allowed people underpaying me, but you all don't make this mistake because people take you for granted and you should never allow that. You must be confident enough. Ask people to bargain for value from you, not for money. And you should demand money पूरे हक से, with proper merits and proper delivery and proper good work which you are going to give to them. So ये सारी चीजें बहुत दिक्कतें आई हैं, अभी भी कितने सारे regulatory changes होते ही रहते हैं. So this is the part and parcel of game. So you can't help it. You have to manage this.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, last question from the participant.
मैम एक क्वेश्चन और है, छोटा सा एक
बोलिए ना सर,
क्वेश्चन.
सुभाष जी बोलिए.
मैडम, कोई ऐसी सिचुएशन आई होगी आपके साथ जब आप बहुत ज्यादा वो हो गए होंगे, डिसहार्टन, डिप्रेस्ड, लाइक यू वांटेड टू लीव एवरीथिंग एंड जस्ट गो, बिकॉज ये बहुत आएगा बच्चों के साथ जब ये आगे बढ़ेंगे. इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर में हम इनको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. विक्रांत कॉलेज का अपना इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर है. विक्रांत कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स को प्रमोट कर रहा है सो दैट दे मे कम अहेड, तो इस समय स्टूडेंट्स को ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है कि डिप्रेशन और डिस्टर्बेंसेस आते हैं, तो कोई इनके साथ ऐसी चीज शेयर करें जो आपकी लाइफ में आया एंड बट यू थॉट कि नहीं, मुझे ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा करना है और मुझे आगे बढ़ना है.
आपने बहुत ही एक इतना सवाल पूछ लिया है कि मेरे को जवाब देना ही है और देना पड़ेगा ही. So I will share certain personal things also. I don't mind because ये स्टूडेंट्स को ज्यादा स्ट्रांग बनाएगा. तो मैंने मेरा लास्ट जॉब जो था ना वो मैंने 2012 में छोड़ा, जहाँ मैं टाटा ग्रुप में काम करती थी. टाटा बैंक में भी वो लोग मुझे डिप्लॉय करने वाले थे. आई लेफ्ट माई जॉब in August 2012 and I lost my mother because of cancer in 2013 July. So I had not even completed first year of my entrepreneurship. ये एक बहुत बड़ा झटका था मेरे लिए और इमोशनली आई वाज कंप्लीटली डाउन. दूसरा, I also got a very strange disease. I got the facial paralysis. It is called Bell's palsy. When I lost my mother, maybe because of the shock or
Because of shock.
whatever, in August 2013, I got Bell's palsy. And my job is such that I have to do sessions, I have to talk to people, I have to look presentable, I have to look confident more than everything, you know. But when something hits your face and when your face is looking like so ugly, it is so difficult for you. Even now, my left side and my left eye is not working that properly. I can't see everyone properly right now from the left side. But I'll tell you, I really thought that I will not do business. I will wind up everything. I don't want to continue. That, you know, you become so sad, you know, when you get such sad incidences happens in your life. But then I just remember one thing which my mother always taught, that every day in the morning, whatever happens, you have to get up and go. You have to do your duties, whatever happens, you know. And that one thing which she taught me, and you won't believe, I was working since the age of 20. I started my career with a bank's job, and I started with a receptionist job. I was a receptionist and I was only a BCom. And then I studied everything throughout along with my job. And then I was so inspired to do something better. I got few mentors in my life. So ये सारी कहानी फिर जॉब के साथ हुई है और उसमें मेरी मदर का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन था. सो देन आई डिसाइडेड कि ये बिजनेस को तो मुझे बहुत अच्छी तरह से आगे बढ़ाना ही है. सो बच्चों, मैं एक ही बात बोल रही हूँ कि नॉट जस्ट बिजनेस में तो झटके आएंगे ही आएंगे, वो तो उसमें कोई बड़ी बात ही नहीं है. पर पर्सनल लाइफ के झटके जो होते हैं ना, वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट है बेयर करना, लेकिन उसको भी आपको बेयर करके आगे बढ़ना ही है. There is no substitute in your life when you lose your parent, but the life doesn't stop there. You cannot afford to go in depression. You have to work hard for yourself, for your parents, and for the society and nation building things. So मैंने ये चीज थी जो मैं आउटकम किया. और दूसरा एक चीज मुझे जो बहुत बुरा लगा था, इन 2016, यानी कि मेरा जो 3rd year ऑफ बिजनेस था, हालांकि मैंने ब्रेक इवन तो फर्स्ट मंथ में ही अचीव कर लिया था विद गॉड्स ग्रेस, यू नो, मेरा बिजनेस तो ठीक चल रहा था. पर 2016 में मेरी एक बहुत अच्छी एम्प्लॉई थी. शी लेफ्ट मी एंड शी सेटल्ड इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया. अब हुआ क्या कि हमारी स्ट्रेंथ जो है ना, वो हमारे लोगों के ऊपर है. वी आर नथिंग विदाउट आवर टीम. और हमेशा याद रखना कि जितने अच्छे आप लीडर बनोगे ना, उतना ही अच्छा आप प्रॉस्पर करोगे. जितनी पीपल मैनेजमेंट आप सीखोगे ना लाइफ में, उतना ही आप आगे बढ़ोगे. बिजनेस सेंस, पैसों का सेंस थोड़ा कम भी होगा ना, चल जाएगा, लेकिन अगर आप अपने लोगों को खुश नहीं रख पाओगे और उनके एस्पिरेशंस, उनके ग्रोथ प्रोस्पेक्ट्स को नहीं हैंडल कर पाओगे, तो आप कभी आगे नहीं बढ़ोगे. सो माय सजेशन टू यू इज कि हालांकि पायल जो मेरी कलीग थी, जो मेरी टीम मेंबर थी, she had her reasons, she got married and she settled there, पर वो जो मुझे झटका लगा था, वो आज तक मैं अभी भी उसको बोलती हूँ कि I really miss you. हालांकि last year I'm so happy to tell you that I have opened a kind of a small franchisee in Melbourne where she is, and we are thinking ki how we can again start working together. So this is how such occasions will happen. And but देखो आप देखो कि जब वो वहां गई, तो अब मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया मार्केट को भी एक्सप्लोर करने की सोच रही हूँ. सो दिस इज हाउ whatever God gives you, accept it and just get up and go and conquer it. I'm sure the success is going to be there for you in future.
Ma'am,
so much.
very
Thank you.
famous phrase, setback का जवाब comeback से.
अरे वाह, क्या बात है. So thank you Subhash ji for asking me this question.
थैंक्स अ लॉट मैम. बहुत ही अच्छा इफेक्टिव सेशन था. हम लोगों को काफी कुछ नया जानने को मिला. बीइंग फ्रॉम टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड, मुझे इक्विटी इन सब के बारे में काफी कुछ जानने को मिला. नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट मिस्टर जितेंद्र सिंह डोडिया सर, प्रिंसिपल विजय इंदौर, टू गिव कंक्लूजन रिमार्क.
Thank you, Kamlika ma'am. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and Vikrant Pranam. Let me first appreciate the delivery content of this session, ma'am. You was excellent content delivery session, and Alpha ma'am, you took this session at great level in all aspects. You know, it was very focused, and I guess it will be very sparking moment for the student who are looking for the better financial planning for their own startup. And I would like to share one more thing with you. As per the norms of Innovative Cell, Ministry of Education and Government of India, recently we established IIC, Institute Innovation Council at Indore, in this IIC calendar. And you know, Udan itself is the part of this activity of this cell. And apart from this, we are also on the way to establish the incubation center at Vikrant. And now I will go for the vote of the thanks. So on behalf of Vikrant Group of Institutions, the organizing team, and my own behalf, I take the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to Ms. Alpa Sahamen. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. We are thankful to your, we are also thankful to our Honorable Chairman, Sir, Managing Director, Secretary, and Treasurers for their motivation. And of course, the special thanks to the organizing team, Dr. Mamta Meena, Professor Subhas Masih, Sir, and Professor Bhavna, all supporting team members, and for their unflinching support for the coordination. And at last, our heartfelt thank to the students and participants for their active participation. Thank you so much. With these words of thanks support, I would like to hand over to the Bhavna ma'am. Vikrant Pranam.
So lastly, just one thing, Indore is such a clean city. So kudos and congratulations to each one of you for this wonderful gesture. Salute to you all. And secondly, how I wish कि ये Zoom पे online ना होता, मैं इंदौर आई होती तो खाने पीने की तो मेरी मस्त हो जाती थी. So I think on that note, thank you very much.
Next time मैम आप campus में ही आइएगा.
Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Bapna Meena ma'am, HOD CS department, to say a few words about the session.
Yeah, good afternoon all. On behalf of Vikrant Group of Institutes, Indore and Gwalior, I take this opportunity to say thank you those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this webinar on financial well-being for youth organized under Udan Inspiring Talks on Startup by our institute. At the outset, I thank our resource person, Ms. Alpa Shah. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. Ma'am, the way you have started with the funding, explaining the funding, and after that too, how we spend our money after getting the funding or after जब भी हम लोग पैसे कमाने लगेंगे उसके बाद हमें कैसे स्पेंड करना है वो आपने इतने अच्छे से समझाया कि मुझे लगता है सारी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आया होगा. And I thank to our Honorable Chairman, Mr. Rakesh Singh Rathod, Sir, Managing Director, Mr. Nitin Singh Tomar, Sir, our Treasurer, Ma'am, Ms. Garima Singh Tomar, Ma'am, for their motivation. I would like to thank our Principal, Jitendra Singh Dodia, Sir, for his enthusiastic support. A special thanks to my colleagues for their unflinching support and coordination. Our heartfelt thanks to our students to active participation. With these warm words and a kind message, we move to the end of this today's webinar. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for participating in this webinar.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. After reaching to the first step of ladder, next session will also bring new energy and endurance. Our next speaker for next session will be Mr. Sujesh Sridhar. He is co-founder and chairman of Society for Space Education, Research and Development. Hope to see you all for the next time upcoming session dated on 10th November 2020 on same time. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you.
Please fill your